Nice. Okay, let's play Sonic Chaos then. Woo! Sonic Chaos time, baby!
Do you like that one? Do you like?
I just haven't. I haven't seen it in a while, so I want to see it again.
This is the first time Tails is playable on a handheld system.
What a fucking accolade!
That's all they had to say about it.
This is the first time Tails is playable on a blurry, tiny screen that ran on AA batteries. I love Sonic's running animations. Yeah.
There went Tails. The baby. Tails is the two-tailed baby. Look at him.
Did you know that in Japan
play
this
Sonic.
game is called Sonic and Tails?
Wow. Turquoise Hill Zone.
Oh,
that's a new one.
It's different.
It's not even turquoise. I just tried to do the drop dash. That's silly. Oh boy, it really is zoomed in, isn't it? This is like Super Mario Bros. Deluxe on crack.
Imagine if they had, like, you know, used the fucking Master System version. Wouldn't that have been nice?
Yeah, give up. Platform. Slipping off every damn time.
I swear to God, when you're jumping, there's like...
Yeah, why don't they do the Master System version?
Slightly slow.
Like, if there's Master System versions of these games, why do they always pack in the Game Gear games?
I cannot tell you why. It's befuddling. It might just be because this way they only have to make one emulator, you know?
Because they just want to wow people with the amount of games, as opposed to the quality of them?
Mm-hmm.
Look at how many Game Gear games we're giving you. Like, look at how many turds we're giving you.
Sonic Origin should have been called the Sonic Insane Quadrilogy. 4 games! 4 entire games! Remake of 4 original Sonic games. Contains the content of 4 games. That's right, 4 games.
Look at him struggling.
What a force to be reckoned with. 4 games!
What if Sonic Origins contained Forza Horizons?
That'd be disgusting.
Like, what if Forza was also in Sonic Origins?
That'd be disgusting. Sonic Origins Plus should be called the Sonic Insane Dislogy. 10 games!
Sonic has passed 2. I love how every little interstitial screen in these games so far has been extremely boring. Just a plain white screen with text on it. Probably because they had to save graphics somewhere.
It's a shame Moki isn't here, because this is the stuff Moki grew up on, I understand.
More
specifically Triple Trouble.
It's a big bugga boy. And I died.
Wow.
I died
the
to the bugga boy.
Bumbled you.
Buck Bumble.
No!
It's Buck Bumble. Oh, you must have taken a shower, Sasha. All wet. Huh? Welcome. I noticed you're wet. You ever noticed somebody's dampness, Smith?
Go to bed.
What? Like, have you ever looked at somebody and noticed they're damp?
Go to bed.
Why? What's the matter with this conversation?
Just interesting.
Uh-huh.
At different points in time, Yoshi's Island has had 3 different subtitles. In development, its subtitle was Super Mario Bros. 5. On release, that was changed to Super Mario World 2.
It still says Super Mario
Then
Bros.
It was Super...
Still says Super Mario Bros. 5 in Japan.
Oh.
Look at Japanese cartridges of that game, and it says Super Mario Bros. 5.
Oh. But yeah, and then Super Mario World 2, and then it was Mario Advance 3.
And then it was DS. Gigopolis Zone? Studiopolis. Your heart out.
What does eat your heart out mean?
I don't know. I think I looked.
Why do people say
I think we looked that up once before.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, you have to interact with the gimmick of this level. It's so good.
What?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm just watching, and oh my god! Oh, it's there! It's there! Go up to it! Go up to it! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Huh?
It's on the higher pathways. You gotta get higher.
Game over.
So hot. Oh.
Hope this game saves.
Where is the game? Oh yeah, it's a game. Oh I know it's a game.
I don't know what that means. This does have a saving feature though. I'm just gonna have to manually save, I guess. Let's not die on the first level though. I think it would be a good idea not to die on the first level. Why did they call it Sonic Chaos? The fuck is that supposed to refer to?
I don't know. The Japanese title was Sonic and Tails. This is like a localization thing.
Well, I know, you mentioned that earlier, that's why I was saying why did they call it Sonic Chaos?
Well, you can imagine somebody in a suit being like, Sonic Chaos! It's edgy.
Could you imagine somebody named Newt saying that? I'd love that the UI is behind the foreground.
It's
at least just right there it was.
It's there in the level.
What if I was there in the level? Like, what if you were playing a Sonic... Like, what if you were playing Sonic Superstars and then I showed up? What if I've been keeping that secret from you guys? That I got put into Sonic Superstars?
I would observe you and try to figure out what mechanical thing is going on here.
I just show up in the background.
Oh, okay. So you're not even interactable?
If you boop me, I go.
Okay, boop you.
Wow, why would they put a wall there? Like they're trying to stop me from going forward.
Oh my god. I thought this game was about going fast!
They put in a wall to stop me. It's like I have to actually play a video game.
I think I might have said this before, but sometimes trying to explain that Sonic doesn't suck to people that don't want to listen feels a lot like trying to justify existing as a queer person.
What do you mean?
It's
you
just
mean trying to explain that Sonic doesn't suck?
Well, I mean, like, it's just that same thing where you're like... It's this thing where you're like, somebody's like, this thing's bad and worthless and shit, and you're like, no it isn't, because none of what you've said is true if you actually look at it, and then they just shrug it off.
Oh.
It's like, it doesn't matter what you say.
Oh no. I
don't
didn't
know,
know
it's
this.
like... What do you mean you didn't know this?
No, I've never seen it like that about been for me.
People just come out with stuff like, oh, well, it's because the games are about going fast. You can't make a good game about going fast, because people can't react to things. And it's like, that's not how that works.
Done.
That's not how that works. That's not how that works. That's not how that works.
I've never seen a Sonic boss fight where you have to spin dash into it.
It's kind of legendary.
I'm glad that I knew that was possible, because most of the time I forget that you can even attack things by spin dashing them.
I do
Very
think that's
glad
one
I
of the
remembered.
weaknesses. That's one of the weaknesses of Sonic, is it doesn't force you to do things enough, I think.
You got the lesson.
Get to the high paths and interact with the gimmick. I love the gimmick.
Well, it's easier said than done, hun.
There was a spring there, you just missed it. Thank you very much. What? Oh no, 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 you rolled! Ah! No, you rolled on it! No!
What?
You rolled on the gimmick, so we don't even get to see the cool part.
It would be helpful if you told me exactly what we're looking for.
It was the thing you rolled on.
I've been rolling on a lot of things, Bess.
Okay, it's okay, it's alright. We'll compress. There'll be more. There'll be more.
We are just
Oh my god! There's one up there. There's one up. Oh.
I can't afford to lose lives, so every time I do, I just gotta load my save.
This gives you an extra chance to go on the thing about rolling. There we go! Yeah, look at that!
Look at that.
Oh my god, you didn't see it?
What was I supposed to say?
That platform you ran on that was at a slight slanted angle.
Oh. I love how this is making you excited. Slight slanted angle. Bursting at the seam.
Oh my god, okay, this time, really pay attention.
Becomes a little bit smaller.
What do you... No, that's the perspective. He's at an angle as well.
Smaller?
So he's smaller.
He's in the
background? He's not small, he's being foreshortened, because he's at an angle.
I see.
You're no longer viewing him side on, you're viewing him at an angle.
Can I view you at an angle next?
I need you to understand. This makes me so happy.
Why?
It's because it's just this nice little touch that implies depth.
I see.
Just you go on the angled platform, and also you can only go on that platform by running. If you stop moving, you slide off it because it's on incline.
Didn't know this. So subtle.
I think it's genius, genuinely. I think it's like one of the best things.
I think
in this
you're
game.
more of a genius.
Nah, I'm a
it's
worthless
Tails.
pile of shit.
Why did Tails show up on the side? Funny.
Tails is funny.
Hunty?
I love that Sonic Conti.
Conti? Like almost the last name of one of the teachers in high school. Or wait, no, it wasn't his last name, it was his first name.
Oh.
A weird name.
That's a pretty fucking weird
The only
name.
person I've ever seen with that name.
Imagine if Sonic was Sonic from Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, and he was like, "Time to rev the engine!"
Time to rev up those fryers.
I'm actually really annoyed about what they've done with Bubble Bass and the most recent SpongeBob.
Well, it's in the spin-off show.
Oh, whatever, it's just the same fucking shit.
Spin-off is significantly worse, in my opinion, than normal SpongeBob at this point.
That's fair. I just think it's like... So, like, the thing is Bubble Bass's normal person... Like, Bubble Bass is introduced as, like...
Why
he's
are
a
there
guy,
three
he's like a
Conti?
foodie, right?
Also, yeah, best.
And I know... How would you feel if you came home one day and there were 3 little Contis running around your house?
What does that mean?
And they're running around... They're running around like the gnomes from Twinkle Gift.
Oh my god.
Do you remember that?
Someday people will know what that means. They soon, hopefully. As soon as Gray Area is done, I'm gonna help you with finishing that game.
I'm really worried about the writing stuff, like... I have, like, a little bit of writing and, like, some final lore images to make. And both of those are stressing me out.
I like writing, maybe help.
You can't. The characters are all British.
Well, I was just gonna say, you can the accent is, right?
Maybe. I'm just worried that we'll accidentally let a yeehaw slip in.
Auntie.
It'll ruin the entire thing.
Wait, it's not just Conti, it's Conti Prime. Sleeping Egg Zone. For the fucking zone name. Incredible. What the fuck is going on?
Imagine if Sleeping Egg Zone was just Eggman and he's in a sleeping bag and he's like, "You don't have enough plushies in the bed."
I got so many plushies in bed.
Do you ever think about the fact that, like, the earliest design,
Wait, this is really giving me
the...
Big Bird vibes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Do you ever think about the fact that, like, Eggman's design comes from a sketch of sleepy Theodore Roosevelt?
Oh. I've never heard.
You didn't know?
Yeah, no way.
Do you want me to show you a picture?
I suppose.
People on the VOD, you can just Google it. Just look up first concept art for Eggman. Oh, you can show on screen if you want. I just thought you wouldn't be in the mood.
Wow.
This was back when he was potentially going to star in a different game.
Based on.
Well, this is it. This is a caricature. Yeah, it's supposed to be Theodore Roosevelt.
Oh, it just looked like Eggman?
Well, that's because they just look similar. You ever seen Theodore Roosevelt?
Guess so.
Yeah, he kind of just looks like that. Except he had hair, I guess.
Made this sketch.
Oh,
Making a Theodore Roosevelt game?
I don't know, actually. Let me see if I can find info.
Look, Sasha. the earliest concept sketch. Supposed to be Theodore Roosevelt. Teddy bears are named after that guy. Diet.
I don't know if I can find that information actually. I'll Who drew this?
Oh, I forgot I asked that. I guess this isn't a bad Sonic game. It's kind of.
It's just Game Geared.
It's okay.
Yeah, even the wiki doesn't seem to have any fucking. Yeah, even the wiki, no info about who fucking drew it. No!
Act like. Yeah, no, I didn't.
Oh, right.
Conti. Conti Primes. So next,
SpongeBob! SpongeBob, I've lost my balls!
SpongeBob, I can't find my Conti.
Sorry! SpongeBob, I've lost my Conti!
Forgot to save before this.
I love how the Contis are all doing the rock face. They're like the rock vibe boom.
I got it. Problem with having the save, man.
Pendle horse.
No. No.
Pendle horse. Poople horse.
Miss, please, you're making it so much worse. You're adding new information in my brain while I'm remember. Taking me further and further away from what I'm. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sonic has passed too.
Something about saves?
For that. Thought of it while the Squidward talk was happening.
Ah, fudge. Something about balls, kelp, restaurants, co-workers.
It actually had to do it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for ruining your life.
This one's not easy. Oh, now I remember. I got cut off. I was gonna say, you wanna play Sonic R stream?
Well, we gotta finish Sonic Chaos first. And Sonic Triple Trouble. And Sonic Spinball.
No.
And Sonic Labyrinth.
This we could stream 2 different
And
things.
Sonic Blast.
All in this collection.
They have to be. Sonic Blast, that's one Keith Stack was looking forward to.
Go stack some bitches.
I like how Keith Stack just had this running joke of like, just making a piece of art basically once per day, nearly always just talking about, the fact that soon Sonic Blast will be playable on modern systems. And then the day Sonic Origins comes out, they just have a comic where, like, I think Sonic Origins Plus. And then the day it comes out, they just have a comic where I think Brienne plays it and goes, "This game's shit. This is garbage."
Incredible. You believe this is what I'm using the deck for?
Oh.
Deck for this game. Well, I've only had this thing for like less than a year. Well, it's only been out for less than a year too. Well, I've had it for basically a year. Alright, I mean, it's been out for... Not wild.
That's pretty wild.
It feels weird because it's been like... a year... only being announced and not being out yet.
Yeah.
A long ass time came out.
Oh my god, you lost to Boingingus?
Been losing to it many times, Biss. I was just saying how hard this boss fight is.
Oh wait, it's Boingingus.
You're
Like
gonna
the
Boingingus.
one.
I got. Not the easiest one. That's like the hard. Like you can get squished by it, and that's an extremely difficult like trajectory for those shots to be in order to hit him. Because they're shooting at the exact angle you need to jump at him at.
I mean, if you look up the Sonic Chaos memes, you'll see that everybody thinks Boingingus is like pathetic.
There are no memes about this.
What do you mean there's no memes about this game?
Refuse to believe there are about this.
Elena, it's a Sonic game. There's memes about all of them.
About your mom.
No, there isn't. The fucking isn't.
See? What did I tell you?
You haven't proved anything.
I have 4 Contis now.
Nice! Quattro Conti.
Bugs when you lift up the rock that they're underneath.
You know one
Becca Green Hill Zone? Mecha Green.
Oh, you'll see.
Green Hill Zone's looking more like Mecha...
Green Hill Zone's looking a lot more like Kirby Planet Robobot right now.
There you go, Biss.
Oh my god, wait. Did they bring it back? They brought it back! Ah! Oh my god, that's so cool! Ah!
Hey, that was a really... Wait, the levels are so easy in this game. They haven't gotten any harder. Well... What else is remarkable?
What?
Tinier butt is. Remarkably small tuchus.
Do you want to know what's a meme in my family?
But I think it's just called an inside joke.
The one time we were on holiday, and my mum cooked cooked fried bread, right? But missed out an important step. So if you're gonna fry bread, right? The first thing you're supposed to do is wet the bread, right? Because then that stops it from absorbing the grease from the pan. But she didn't do that. So she ended up serving to my dad basically just a sponge of oil. just an oil like a wheat-based oil sponge. There was also, I think there was another instance on another holiday where she tried to fry some kind of meat or something, but she had gone to a shop that was local, and it must have been Greek or something. I think we're on a Greek island at the time. And she couldn't read what any of the bottles were in the shop. So what she thought was oil for the pan was actually just vinegar.
Boy.
And she was like, "Why does the oil keep disappearing?"
I can't imagine going a country first. Seems important.
What can I say? People of the baby boomer generation are just so good at banging their head against walls.
If I was gonna go to basic, definitely.
Maybe we should make the Conti a channel emote. Yes.
Can we get an emote in our new server?
Oh yes.
Why would they do that to me? Play this game, I gotta do me.
I mean, that looked like a pit to me.
Yeah, but there was nowhere else. There was no other way forward.
You could have gone back and got the springy thing again.
Yeah, but there was the spring, ran out of places for the spring to go.
I think you're supposed to go to. You're supposed to on the top of your jump arc, jump off the springy thing onto the gimmick.
What? I hate these platforms so much. Go up this. Work out better. Let's call it the gimmick. Is that the name of a character from Homestar Runner?
Ooh, look at them go! I think it is. Ooh, look at them go!
I don't know. Friend in 6th grade.
Elena, can we put the gimmick in grey area?
Ugh.
What do you mean?
Sorry, that was a reaction to the game, not you.
Okay, that's fine. But can we put the gimmick in grey area?
I hate he won't jump at the. It says the opposite of Coyote time. He stopped being able to jump slightly before he goes off the edge.
What's the opposite of a coyote? Roadrunner time?
Well, Roadrunner operates under the same logic as Wile E. Coyote, so...
So what's like the opposite Looney Tune? Or would the opposite be a Disney thing?
Oh my god, do you think Disney's the opposite of Warner?
At one point, that was clearly the case.
Sorry.
It's okay, I'll forgive you eventually.
I'll forgive you, May. May 2 months ago. But, oh man. How do you hit this thing? I'm just trying to get my ring back and I ran into a stupid tiny bean shots.
Oh no!
I ran into its stupid tiny asshole. Can't even fit a fish. Happy I made that reference. I'm tempted to save right at the boss fight. Up. It. Have any little yellow bits, Biss?
No.
Is there a yellow Biss though? Like how there's a yellow. I did it, Biss, look.
Oh, milk.
Never
Nice.
answered my question.
What's the question?
Asked if there is a yellow Biss. Yellow Mario. Aqua Planet Zone. Biss,
Yeah?
your answer.
So what?
Make me ask it a third time.
Yes.
Is there a yellow Biss?
No.
Like how there's a yellow Mario? Skipping like a stone across the water. Wait, this water is fucked. The graphics on that water, Biss. Biss!
I'm
You
sorry,
see the
okay,
water
I just
graphic?
want to bet. Oh, nice water graphics.
They're fucked. Unbelievable. Look at this shit.
I mean, it would look good. Well, the original Game Gear had ghosting, so the ghosting would have fixed it.
I guess that's fair.
Put the potentials to first get clever.
What?
No,
Okay, I guess we gotta
Oh,
end the
no.
stream. Thing.
no,
We're
I'm
losing
sorry.
Biss.
I'm sorry.
Biss is thinking now.
I'm sorry. I'm awake. I'm awake now. Shut up! I am not thinking.
Gary?
Shut up.
Biss, are you thinking or sharing right now?
Shut up. Before I pummel you.
Every time you start falling asleep, you're like, no, I'm just thinking. No, thinking is just
I mean, that is the precursor.
sleeping. Oh.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah.
So hard you'll fart and toot.
I'll fart out toothpaste.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. That was it. I had just now. The 100 ring. Done. Streams big vibes.
Rings!
I have 6 Contis now. Can we get 7? 7 Conti? Yeah, there we go. I'm loaded on lives now, Bis. Level had so many rings for some reason. Go for it, this is insane. Insane. But that's the special stage? That was so easy and it just gave me a million extra lives. Absolutely incredible. What are the Contis? I don't even know what they are. I thought it was counting my lives, but... There's something else. Let him go.
What's your favorite Sonic sprite?
The one where he's... Probably when he's doing the super peel out.
No, I mean, like, okay, I should probably clarify. Like, I mean, like, which Sonic game has, like, the best, like, you know, the best set of sprites?
Not this game.
Oh, you don't like this one? I kinda like this one. I like the running animation. I like how he looks just
which one's my favorite?
I know, I'm just saying that I disagree. No. It's just...
I mean, you disagree with it. Not my favorite.
No.
What the...
I'm just saying it's interesting how our viewpoints differ. Our viewpoints differ, that's interesting.
Well, I disagree. I think it is your favorite. What you're like right now.
Kill it. I'm gonna... That's not what I meant, and you're being bad faith.
Tiny bird bots. The jump scare.
Oh.
Nice.
Ball jump scare.
Baldi's Basics jump scare.
Do you think there's anybody out there who really wants Baldy to be their daddy Dom?
There are things you don't have to say. That was seriously one of them. One of the things that didn't say.
And yet
you still make it. Still do this.
Yeah.
I want those ring Bess. I want them so bad. If you like me then you should on it.
If you like it, you should pat my ass and give me money and call me cute. Yeah.
What kind of a ring can it be? Sonic ring?
No, because they're big and heavy.
What if it was small and the right size for a little late? How the fuck was I supposed to... Oh, come the fuck on. Because I don't like this game very much. The boss fights shit my ass clean off.
They shit and fart your ass out. That's a shame.
because I can't get any rings on the level. I have no idea how to fucking get up there. Impossible. Look. Way up there.
Huh.
About it. I gotta end this stream.
Elena, you'd never shove your fingers in someone's spine, would you? Yeah, I had a nightmare where you were doing that.
When?
Now.
What?
Yeah.
He's...
Because there was this thing where you were like, oh yeah, you know, I couldn't get a response out of this person, I tried everything. So in the end, I just... And there's this shot of you, like...
A shot of me.
Just
it's a
sort of
cutaway
slipping
gag.
your finger into their spine.
How? Oh, fuck off. How would I even ever do that?
I don't know, they had like a weird fish spine. And I think there might have been like a little almost port on it. Where a finger could go, like you slip it, slurp it in. A little spine.
Again, there are words you
like
don't...
Like an opening on the vertebrae. I just remember thinking, like, no, don't put your finger in there. No! No! Don't do that!
What
I was so upset. I was so upset with you in the dream. And this is a dream that I've had, like, in the last, like, minute, by the way.
Yeah, you mentioned. The fuck? I gotta end this. Dylan.
Hey, it was only, like, a little bit of loss of consciousness. Don't, like, totally judge me for it.
I am totally...
No!
And I'm gonna do that spine thing now. I'll prove your dream right. I will do it. Bis? Hello?
Yeah?
Bis?
I haven't done anything.
Stop responding.
You didn't even say anything to
I
me.
did! I said several things to you. I said it, like, repeatedly. Then I started shouting your name and then you responded. I fucking hate this boss fight.
I was just kind of worried about, like... I mean, it always falls in the same place.
I know it does, but that was me trying to hit it.
Oh. Maybe just see what it does before you go in guns a-blazing.
Yeah, but I want to beat it, like, fast. I don't have all day.
You keep try because you keep getting killed. That's not fast.
A doddle. The egg. Bis?
Yeah?
The egg.
Oh my god, you avoided the egg for a bit.
This is the egg.
Kill the fucking egg!
Why aren't you egg?
That's the egg.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh fuck. Bis. Oh fuck.
Oh my god!
I fucking hate this. This is the worst boss ever. If this is just the final boss.
Ever?
Yeah, this is the worst one.
Oh, it's not.
Oh. There has to be more than one. It's fucking. Game Gear games are supposed to be short.
It's you and for some reason the Garden of Banban wiki acknowledged this thing.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh, I mean, I guess it'd be on a level that you might not quite understand yet.
What? Alright, I'm making one more try and then that's it for the sleepy. Definitely too sleepy.
I am not sleepy.
Contradiction. Nah, that's okay, I'm sleepy too. I almost didn't want to stream comfy in bed with Sasha. I was maximum at this. Yeah, I get some. Let the pickles by. Yeah, this is last out. It's busy. So sleepy. Can't believe there's still so many played. There's all these Game Gear ones, Sonic Advance, Master System version. Guess those don't fully count as their own. I have them. File, you'd think. I don't think I'm gonna. This is already fast asleep. Alright, one more attempt. I'm going to save after I beat the boss. Just to see how that is. Because the missile thing happened so fast, I have not been able to develop a strategy. Avoid that. God. Get it done. If you just go over here, kind of instant thing. A big deal. I was thinking about making one more try. Not save, yeah. It's a good thing. Is the hitbox on that? What is the hitbox? Nice. God, I have a good idea to save here. How in fuck? Nice. God. Oh my god, why is this so hard? And remember, you have to start this game over from the beginning. 5. Could you imagine? Like, none of the rest of the game was that unreasonable. But like, this part is just... The hell? I gotta remember the pattern. Where is it? The moment, how would you ever get a chance to memorize it? Like, how do I avoid that one? So I gotta jump. Stay over here. Over here. I gotta... Hold on. As soon as you restart, you gotta jump and stay over here. Go into the middle. There we go. There's a round 2! Chat, there's a second round of this. What the hell? I don't even know how to get the rings up there. If I had those, maybe this would be a little bit more okay, there is the... okay. Holy shit. That was... Oh my god. Electric egg zone. Sleeping egg zone, and now it's electric. That next time. Cause Bis fell asleep. Bis fell asleep, so it to end the stream. Also, it's time for me to... Not a port of the Genesis game, it's a port of the Master System game. Who wrote these descriptions? They're awful. Got Triple Trouble, Tails Sky Patrol, got Tails Adventure, like Labyrinth, Blast. Alrighty. Well, thank you everybody for watching. I will be back tomorrow with a Bean bonus stream. See Life Safari. And, also... for Midwin. Forward to that. I might do Super Mario Dance 4 as well. But we got time for watching. Super Mario Dance 4 and... Plus today. Yeah. Bye-bye everybody. Bye-bye! See you tomorrow! Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. We are finishing Sonic Chaos now. Oh, hold on, I got audio things I forgot to do. So let's do this as for audio only. Go. And then let's turn bits
Sonic
up.
Chaos finished you!
Ugh. Imagine if I took a big poo.
Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. You're not allowed to say things anymore.
My stream, and I can say what I want to.
No, you can't.
It's my stream, and I can poop if I want to. Okay, for you, I don't want to. Sonic Chaos. So I made it past that egg thing while you were sleeping last time, Bis.
Mm-hmm.
On to the next level. We'll keep trying to do the drop dash. I've gotten really used to it. Like in Sonic Mania, I didn't even know how to do the drop dash. Now look at me. Oh. Bottomless pits, huh? What is this, a Dimps game?
The drop dash just feels like such a natural extension of Sonic's moveset.
Yeah, it turned out that it's actually really easy to pull off, and I don't know what my problem was.
You are resistant to new information.
Oh. Game does sort of lag a lot of the time, doesn't it? No, fuck me. I did the exact same thing again.
Imagine if this is the Master System version and you could have seen that coming.
Where?
The moral of the story is, just emulate. Just do it.
There's a video I have in my queue. I haven't watched it other than when I'm asleep, so I really haven't watched it. But it was on when I woke up. So I saw a little bit about it. And it's just about the legality of emulators.
Yeah.
Like going through all the details about that.
From what I understand, if you dump games yourself, then there's literally nothing they can do.
Well, apparently it's getting to where emulators are starting to get in trouble for quote-unquote, like, using the, like, code from the original hardware.
It's really a good
so, like,
thing
emulator
that you can just download programs that allow you to get the code off your console, which is a thing you own.
I was gonna say, emulator makers are starting to become more careful about that. I noticed that because... Or I was thinking about that as well because recently... there's been some work done to, oh come the fuck on, to preserve all the, iOS games from, like the very first version of iOS and the very first version of the App Store. Because those games are just they're just, like, it's extremely difficult to come by them anymore because...
It's extremely difficult to come.
Yeah, because you need, an old... Like, you need first of all, you need an old Apple device, right? You need an old iPod or old iPhone.
Yeah.
It needs to be jailbroken, or it needs to already have just had the things downloaded on it at the time. And that's the only way to run those old games. Because Apple just got rid of them. All of them.
I think we should find Apple. We should go and find whoever was Apple's CEO at the time and beat the shit out of them.
I think it was Steve Jobs.
Oh, it'll be easy then.
Oh wait, well maybe it wasn't. It may not have been... You know what? It may not have been him. At that point.
Wait, so it might actually be a challenge?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Now that I come to think of it. Wait, the special stages in this game are really something, aren't they?
I can't remember what format are these ones again. Are they just the ones where you fly on
like,
shoes?
No, they're like... Did you see? This one's like completely different. Are you watching this?
Oh. I am like mostly watching the stream, and I am partially spriting.
Oh yeah, this is an electric egg zone. But anyway, so... One game has been emulated for that now, right? Because they decided to emulate just, like, rather than trying to emulate the entire operating system, they just tried to emulate the stuff that the games need to run.
Yeah.
Do you want to know why this was spurred on? Because the maker of the emulator, when Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD, or or not that, or the Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, or whatever it was called. The one that's just a remake of 1 and 2 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
When that was announced, they did a trailer that was showing, like, the history of Monkey Ball, right?
Yeah.
And they skipped the mid-2000s and said there were no Monkey Ball games that came out then. Even though that should have been the iOS game.
I see.
Should have been in there. And that was her first introduction to Monkey Ball. And she was really pissed off that they ignored it.
Radical, honestly.
So that led her to... And then that made her realize that there was, like, no good way to even play that anymore. Or some led her to trying to figure out how to fix that.
Absolutely badass.
But anyway, to get back to the previous topic, it was... she said she was extremely careful not to use... Like, not to reverse engineer any of Apple's code. She never looked at any of the actual code or anything. Just to make sure that they couldn't get her on that, basically. That there was no reverse engineering going on. I was thinking about that. Where emulator creators are very wary of that nowadays.
Capitalists be like, it's okay to reverse engineer slavery. It's okay to reverse engineer theft. It's okay to reverse engineer ownership. It's not okay to reverse engineer code though.
Yeah, so she wrote it all from scratch. And just to run, Super Monkey Ball.
Honestly, the most badass thing ever.
But now it also works for Crash Nitro Racing. Did you know that Crash Nitro...
Okay, I changed my mind. This is no longer badass.
Did you know that that game was the best-selling game on iOS when it first started?
Crash Nitro Racing?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. When
That's
Apple
kind of
celebrated
upsetting.
their first billion downloads, they showed like the top 10 best-selling apps. And the Crash Racing game was at the very top of the list.
I don't like this, Elena. Undo it now. Elena, I think
learned
it's
all of
your
this 'cause
obligation to undo
I've
it.
been catching up with the Stop Skeletons from Fighting videos I hadn't seen from the last several months.
I think I
About this
know.
now.
I think I remember about that channel.
I like that channel a lot.
You've talked about it a great deal.
They do some wacky stuff sometimes, like they did a video I haven't watched yet, cause... Oh, what the fuck?! I haven't... I didn't watch it yet, cause I still want to play the game myself. I didn't really want to see anything of it before I play it myself, but... Instead of comparing all of the versions of Resident Evil 4 to each other, he just compared the demos of every version of Resident Evil 4 to each other.
That's fun.
They didn't just make a remake of Resident Evil 4, they made a remake of the demo, because the demo of the remake plays up to the same point that the original demo did.
That's funny. I find this amusing.
Me too. But I didn't watch the video yet, because I didn't really want to see what the remake looks like yet until I play it. Because I do own it now, I'm just trying to figure out when I feel like playing it.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna see how it goes on this new computer. That's gonna be my stress test of like what this computer can handle. Because it did come with the graphics card that I bought, so... I gotta assume it plays well on it. See if that's true.
It'd be really Could you imagine if they just gave a game that doesn't run well?
But it just runs like dog shit on this. I think the weirdest thing that I've learned since getting this new computer is just that old 2D games don't work very well on new hardware. Did I tell you about that, Biss?
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, I found out that the old system for rendering 2D stuff is no longer supported by Windows or buy graphics cards as of like 2 generations ago. So it's been for quite a while, and now they just emulate that stuff. And it works, that works fine for quite a few things, although you end up like, I think that's why Gray Area has such terrible performance on this computer compared to my laptop. Because my laptop's graphics card is much older, and it's before this change happened, right? So it's still just properly rendering 2D stuff. But you go far enough back in time, to some of the really and if you go far enough back and obscure enough, games just run like dog shit. So I had this old game from 1999 I wanted to play. It's just a Breakout clone, that's it. Just a Breakout game. It's called Blast Through. And it runs at like a frame a second. It's like really laggy. And
that's depressing.
yeah, there's like no reason for that. And it's just because graphics cards do not handle 2D graphics anymore. It's all 3D now.
So then it's like the CPU doing it, right? Basically.
No, the graphics card is still doing it, it's just doing it poorly. The CPU is like not allowed to process graphics, basically, as far as I'm aware.
I thought it did with Minecraft though, like Minecraft Java.
Maybe?
Like it was my understanding that's why Minecraft Java is poop ass performance.
I mean, your graphics card still is required to run it. It's just, I believe with Bedrock Edition, just everything runs on your graphics card. Like the entire rendering pipeline is on the graphics card now. There we go. The 2D games are still run on the graphics card, just very poorly, basically. Okay, where's the boss? You gotta be fucking kidding me! Wait until you see this one, Biss. Did you see what happened? Biss? What happened to Biss? Hey Biss, are you there?
Oh, I accidentally pressed my mute hotkey.
There you are. Hi, Biss.
Sorry! Yeah, but I was saying, you're on a cart, you're pressing buttons.
I guess you missed it.
You're riding a platform.
Oh, you missed it. Yeah, you missed it.
No!
The boss just stepped on me and I instantly died.
I mean, you should have expected it to come down at the right of the screen, right?
It didn't come down. There are no rings on this level, so this is going to be ass.
Look at this thing! Oh, I like to believe this is the early alpha of the thing that he pilots in SA2.
Biss, I don't like this game. Not a fan of Sonic Chaos. At least the Game Gear version.
You don't like Sonic Chaos?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't like Sonic Chaos?
Sorry, Biss.
Okay.
You're
I don't give a
funny.
shit.
Biss, you're hilarious and adorable, and I love you.
I
I love you very much. Yeah, you're a stinky fairy.
No, I'm not! Shit, no, I'm allowed to say that. You're not.
Yeah,
okay?
you're a little stinky fairy.
I'm gonna.
I think it's funny how tiny and stinky you are.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, and you'll
Biss,
die
how
to
do you
death.
fucking fight this thing? I managed to hit it like once last time. How the
Try
fuck did I
avoiding
even do
its
it?
bullets.
Yeah,
and
but
then
do you
hitting
see
it.
how the bullet moves? It's impossible to avoid it.
Does it ping off the walls?
I guess so.
Well, I don't know. Just anticipate where it'll.
I don't
It's
know, just
simple
take a
fucking
little dump on my
geometry.
carpet. Why don't you? I'm gonna save
Okay.
here because I'm tired of this.
The carpet has been dumped.
I said to take a little dump.
It was little. My bark's worse than my bite.
Your butt's worse than your bite.
That's an interesting mean thing to say. And I will never forgive you.
So I haven't watched a lot of animes, but I think that I think Spy X Family is my favorite one so far.
I love you. I have not watched a lot of animes.
I haven't.
Just the way you say it, like animes, is just funny.
What's funny about
anime
it?
Anime is its own plural.
Yeah, well, you know how I feel about that. S goes at the end of everything. I don't believe that words should have different pluralizations than each other. It should just be S, and that's it. The plural of anime is animes.
Okay, that's fine. You do you, Pooh.
Thanks.
I called you Pooh.
Yeah, I'm Big Pooh.
Big Pooh is you.
I watched a thing about how, weirdly enough, in a lot of places, being trans is more readily accepted than being gay. Like, there's a lot of places that have very strict, like, anti-gay laws and stuff like that, but actually don't really mind when people are trans.
It is interesting.
They said it's just because, they tend to have societies that are very centered around, like, conformity. And, being gay is seen as straight up that's non-conformist, right?
Yeah.
But if you're trans and then you transition, that's seen as returning to the conformity of the society, basically.
Yeah.
They listed some places where transition is even subsidized by the government. Like, if you want to transition, they facilitate that for you, basically.
They force you to be culturally straight, though, so is it really worth it?
That is true. Because it's also, you have to get, to be recognized, you have to get the surgery. And a lot of places you have to also, or they said in Japan, you have to be sterilized for it to count.
Oh, that's huge. That's interesting.
Yeah. They said in Japan, being trans, it's not perfectly accepted, but its depiction in media and stuff like that, like, is just normal. Like, it's nothing even to bat an eyelash at, apparently. Even though depictions of, like, gay couples is, like, extremely scandalous still. And they have they have not legalized gay marriage. So the only country in the continent of Asia that has legalized gay marriage is Taiwan, and that was in 2019.
Oh, good for them.
So there's campaigns for it in, like, a lot of the major countries there. But the only one that so far has legalized it is Taiwan. There's also, they mentioned there's also no federal protections for LGBT people in Japan. There are some local protections, like in Tokyo. Has LGBT protections, but no gay marriage, no protection on the federal level. And also, being trans and transitioning is generally seen as acceptable. Isn't that interesting?
That's pretty interesting.
They brought up, in the country of Iran, you can be executed for being gay, but transition is subsidized by the government.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, queerphobia is all about just trying to bury stuff that, like, undermines the lies you've told yourself, right? Like, that's the point.
They said the difference. So it's conservatism in both cases, right? In the West and over there, that causes these things to be the case.
Yeah.
They said the difference is oh, hi, Callie. They said the difference is that,
oh my god! Is that fucking Kali Chemical Kitsune? Our beloved partner? Partnare?
They said the difference is that in these countries, it is seen as, like, returning to conformity, right? They said it's still a very rigid structure because you can't be gender non-conforming still, right? They said if you look like one gender but act like you're the other, that's still frowned upon. But if you, like, fully socially and physically transition, that's okay, right? So it's still rigid in that way. So it's seen as returning to conformity, whereas over here, the video I was watching worded it as it's seen as sort of encroaching or trespassing into spaces you're not supposed to be in, basically. So in both cases, it's about conformity. It's just sort of interpreted differently by different cultures.
Yeah, it's which parts they deem more important.
Uh-huh. Yeah, man.
Are you getting owned a little bit? Oh, poor little Weenie.
Yeah, it was sort of interesting because, yeah, they were saying in Japanese media, trans characters are just, like, kind of just whatever, you know? They just get thrown in everything, and nobody really cares, right? But depictions of gay couples is extremely scandalous, as I mentioned, and then over here, they said it's the opposite, where gay couples are, like, almost considered the mainstream at this point, right? So many things they get put into. I mean, people still throw a stink over it, to be fair, but I think we're beyond the point where, like, you'll see them, like, not being included in things anymore, you know?
Yeah.
But then trans characters are extremely rare, and people throw a big fit over them.
They poop and fart and shit and cum and piss and queef. And gunge and slop and scream and squelch.
Why does this boss take so many fucking hits, by the way?
The robot from Tharviniar. What's that? Is that Norwegian?
One thing that weirded me out...
Or is that a reference I don't get?
One thing that weirded me out about this video, by the way, was that it started with, this is a topic that's going to really bother a lot of my followers, but I'm gonna talk about it. I was like, this gives me bad vibes when somebody has to start their video about a queer topic with being like, I know this is gonna upset some of you for me to talk about this.
I know you're going to poop and shit and fart and cum and queef and snot and sneeze.
Like, I'm always sort of wary of somebody who has ended up with an audience like that, you know?
Very understandable.
That's one of the reasons why I kind of fell out with interest with Vinesauce. Is because he tended just to avoid talking about those types of topics because his audience would not like his audience was too big and people would start shitting themselves if those topics came up. Like, I always got the impression that that Vinny himself was okay with that kind of stuff, you know? But
yeah.
I'd seen little things here and there that implied such things, but his audience, like the way that he would cave to his audience in that way, kind of, I don't know, eventually it kind of turned me away from the whole community and everything, you know?
Very understandable.
Damn it. He did speak out about certain things from time to time, though. I always appreciated, but... ah. On the other hand, though, with a video like that, I'm glad that the person in question decided to make the video about it anyway, even though they were worried that their audience wouldn't take kindly to it. You know?
What were the comments like?
I didn't even look. I know better.
That's a smart thing to do, to be fair.
Also, it caught me off guard because so they talked about like the characters that you would expect, right? Yeah, Callie, I remember that too. That was like a smaller example of that. That one didn't bother me as much because it wasn't about anything consequential. But like, yeah. That's a good example. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, they brought up the characters that you would expect, you know, Birdo, Poison, Bridget, you know. And then they were like, this is a character that you may not even have heard of as being trans. So first, so I expected the next character they were going to talk about was Vivian, right? Like, okay, that has to be coming up. And they're like, this one may be a surprise to a lot of you. You may not even have ever heard of this. Like they were expecting that like this was like a deep cut and people wouldn't know this one, right?
Yeah.
And then it was just Vivian. Like, oh, so it was exactly what I thought it was going to be.
Shallow cut, barely breached the skin.
Also, Birdo was an interesting one to bring up because Birdo wasn't even supposed to be a trans character. It was just because of you know how in the enemy crawl at the end of Super Mario Bros. 2, they mixed up Ostro and Birdo.
Wait, no, I think you're getting confused.
No, do you remember that, Beth?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, it's also mixed up in the manual. So somebody very early on fucked up and mixed up the names Ostro and Birdo. And then when they went to cross-reference this to get the descriptions for them, they they went back and saw that Ostro was referred to with masculine pronouns, right? And then ran with that.
Oh.
And so yeah, so it was the Western, the translators who did this.
Oh.
The original description. So there's just they completely fucked up because in the original description for Birdo, it said her name is Catherine and she likes to go by Kathy. That's all it said. So it was just like a nickname thing, right?
Oh,
and then when they went to go get these descriptions, they saw Ostro was referred to as he, him. But they thought that Birdo was Ostro. Even in the manual, it says Ostro over Birdo. So,
oh my god, what a legendary cock-up.
Yeah, and so that is the source of all of this. That's where it all comes from. Also, hi, Shan. Like, for years, I was under the impression that it just came from the Japanese original version, right? But no, it was just the translators completely fucked it up. I love how consistent they were with, like, I love how far they got into this and never quite caught their mistake. with mixing up Austria and Birdo. Like, I love how convinced they were about that. So funny. They're like, well, that one's a bird, so it's called Birdo. Not the fact that also it's an ostrich, so it's called Ostro. Like, what the fuck? Imagine having a bird character and just naming it Birdo.
Absolute bimbo translate.
Birdo the bird. Like, I always thought it was just like a programming mistake or something that Ostro and Birdo's names are mixed up, but no, it was... Nobody ever points out that it was like that in the manual, too. Like, they just... That was their firmly held belief.
In-fucking-crodiddable.
Also, you know that character from that one fighting game? I think it's King of Fighters? Poison?
Yeah.
Apparently the creator of her... so you probably know the story of why she's trans, right? Kind of for transphobic
Because
reasons.
of misogyny.
Yeah. Misogyny and transphobia. Because it was just that, they didn't think that Western players would want to hit a woman. So like, oh, she's not actually a woman. That was basically it.
Yeah.
The creator has gone on in more recent times to say that he believes the Western version is a post-op trans woman, and the Japanese version is a pre-op trans woman. So...
Interesting.
Yeah, which they said is very strange because, in Japan, if you do not get the operation, you're not legally recognized as that gender. So so the implication there is kind of sus that he's making.
I wonder how much Western and Eastern ideas of body versus mind factor into all this.
I see.
Because quite famously in Japan, somebody's mind and body are considered like a self is considered a combination of mind and body.
Uh-huh.
Whereas in the West, the mind is considered very distinctly separate.
I see. Also, they mentioned in the video that, interestingly, Vivian's trans storyline was kept intact, specifically in Italy. The Italian version of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door still has her trans storyline.
Hell yeah. Good job, Italians.
I don't like this boss fight. It's fucking destroying me.
If you don't like it so much, then kill it.
I'm trying to BisTheFairy. Just the goddamn tiny little pipsqueak fairy.
What the fuck you calling me, you piece of shit?
Callie says the trans flag is just the Italian flag, but bleached a little bit.
Dying scoop. Oh, that's good.
Double bleached Italy.
Okay, I'm done.
Also, something they mentioned about Japan that was kind of interesting was that, like, not socially conforming is seen as something that is, like, fairly acceptable for, like, young people to do, but you're, like, supposed to grow out of it. Like, if they see young people being gay, that's, like, fine, as long as they then quote-unquote grow out of it. That's kind of the attitude.
I mean, that's the thing with Japan. It's very utilitarian. It's like, do what it's like. Hey, have your fun. You will spend the rest of your life at a desk wishing you were dead. Good luck starting a family that way, fuckhead.
Also,
we're gonna make anime to explain sex exists.
Also, interestingly, they mentioned that like the anti-gay sentiments and like very strict gender roles in East Asia existed before Western influence was a big thing there. So they developed homophobia on their own, apparently. Because that's not the case in a lot of places, is like the strict gender roles and homophobia and all that kind of stuff came with Western influence. But apparently not there. They did that on their own. Just like we did. Also, another interesting thing, that, I don't know how to interpret exactly, is they said that it's seen as more acceptable to be, like, the most acceptable thing in this, like, sort of range of things is to be an effeminate man. Like, just being kind of girly and effeminate is more acceptable than being trans. Like, all the way being trans, and then being trans is more acceptable than being gay. So that's kind of interesting.
We're power scaling the queers now.
Yeah, so that's why it's really common in Japan to have characters who are just like pretty boys or whatever, you know? Oh, there we go. I finally did it. I am saving right away.
Proud of you.
I am saving right away.
It's like a little combat triangle.
Instant death to Eggman again. So why is Santa in my chat?
Why the fuck is old Saint?
It's July. Why is Santa in
the
there?
chat? Elena, it's July. Why is zombie in chat?
Cause I can be there any time of the year. Cause when he's zombie. Oh, that was just his extra attack. I wasn't supposed to hit him. Oh, there he goes. Look at him running.
In the
I
West,
really wish they'd make a Sonic game where you can just hit Eggman directly when he gets out of his machine. To just let you hit him.
Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. Do boxing against him.
Oh,
you could have, I think... Oh, nice.
I think I beat the game, Biss. But Eggman got away because I didn't get all the Chaos Emeralds.
Uh-oh, you fucked it up. Back to stage 1.
Try again. I will not be trying again. I'm satisfied. Maybe some other time on my own. But that's enough Sonic Chaos stream. So Biss, how do you feel about that game?
I like it. I prefer the Master System version. I think it's cute. I like a lot of the sprites. I like a lot of the environments. I mean, it's a bit mid in some ways, but like it's a Game Gear game. Get over yourself. Get real. Wow. You know.
Alright, shall I see if I can get Sonic R ready?
Let's hope and pray. Yeah. Are you gonna do that on stream?
Yeah, may as well.
Because there's an entire video you're gonna have to watch.